National Report is back in session here. The court today. Today's case, we are taking you to Houston, Texas. A live look courtesy of EarthCam. Merry Christmas to you, Houston. We bring you here because the Justice Department has filed its first predatory mortgage lending case lawsuit. This against a Texas developer that allegedly uses high-pressure sales tactics that exploit limited English proficiency.
And we're taking up the case for National Report Court with Dwayne Cates. He is a criminal defense attorney. Eric Schwartzreich, he's also a criminal defense attorney. And for the purposes of this segment, Dwayne will represent the developer. Eric will represent the Justice Department. So the lawsuit focuses on a massive development northeast of Houston. It's called Colony Ridge that promises home ownership with advertisements in Spanish, but then steers applicants into buying properties without basic utilities by taking out loans that they can't always repay. Eric, what is the plaintiff's argument?
Merry Christmas and happy everything to the viewers that celebrate everything. What's going on here is the allegations that DOJ, the plaintiff's Department of Justice, are making is that it's not such a wonderful life, that this has become, Pottersville, that there's predatory lending going on in this property, that disenfranchised minority buyers, homeowners that are vulnerable, that don't have, that our second language is Spanish and don't have access to be able to research that others do, and that they're buying these properties that are flood prone, that these properties are being sold with deceptive tactics, and that it's not fair and that all is not right here. And the government is saying is that the developer, the allegations are using these deceptive, false, misleading tactics on TikTok to sell these properties to these disenfranchised potential and homeowners.
Yeah, not such a wonderful life, Eric, as you point out so nicely for us. I love your scene and all your festivities. And of course, Dwayne has a beautiful Christmas tree too. Dwayne, I want to get to you, but here's the defense, essentially. The Colony Ridge CEO, John Harris, releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "Our business thrives off customer referrals because landowners are happy and able to experience the American dream of owning property. We loan to those who have no opportunity to get a loan from anyone else, and we are proud of the relationship we have developed with our customers." Dwayne, what's the defense in this case?
Well, the defense in this case is a Latin phrase I learned in law school called caveat emptor. It's let the buyer beware. It's the buyer's job to check things out before they make a decision to buy. Also, when you're offered zero down, zero credit check anywhere in this world, you're going to assume that you're going to be paying higher interest rates, okay? And they're going to be pretty high default rates. And the default rate in this case, they're claiming is 30%. That means 70% of people that couldn't afford to buy a home, or couldn't afford to buy land, or couldn't afford to buy real estate, now are real estate owners. These are people. What should they do? Just never buy anything? You know, they're giving them an opportunity. They're providing them a service by allowing them to do this. Now, if they lied to them in the process, that's a problem. But if they didn't lie to them, then there is no problem.
Now, Colony Ridge developer Trey Harris has previously acknowledged to the Associated Press that his company provides loans to customers at interest rates that are higher than typical, but he said banks won't provide those loans. So, Eric, how does this play into the case?
Listen, there's no question about it. These are not traditional lenders. Some people cannot get loans from a bank, so they go to lenders such as this. This is the question: is it caveat emptor or is it caveat empty? In other words, is this land flood prone? Is there problems with the land? Can they hook up sewage? Did they know what they were buying? Were false and misleading tactics used to induce or entice these buyers to purchase the land? That's the issue. So yes, caveat emptor. Beware, but sometimes if it walks like a duck, looks like a duck, is it a duck? The question is, as you know, when there's predatory lending, you can see it. Typically happens with the elderly community, people that are vulnerable. Did that happen here? I don't know, but that's what the Department of Justice is saying, and that is the issue here. Is it going to be a bah humbug for them, or is everything going to be just fine in Bakersfield or Pottersville?
Dwayne, we'll give you the final word. Go ahead.
Well, you know, I bought my very first piece of property for $199 down, $199 a month with high interest rates. It didn't have utilities. It didn't have anything. You know, I was 19 years old, and there's no way I could have bought a piece of property at 19 years old without that special financing and the high interest rates. So, you know, I think that these people are doing them a service. I think that it's also somewhat of an insult to the Hispanic community to assume that they can't understand what's going on or can't have access to information. So, you know, I think that this lawsuit's going to go nowhere, and it's going to be a bah humbug.
Okay. Great arguments, by the way, from both of our attorneys. We don't have a judge today, so we're going to let the viewer decide and weigh in. Dwayne and Eric, thanks so much for coming on. Merry Christmas to you both.
Thank you. Merry
no
Christmas.
gavel today? I missed the gavel.
Here we go. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Thank you very much.
All right.